So here's 5 more herbs that you can give your dogs and what they're good for. In my last video, we talked about 5 herbs you can give your dogs. This time it's going to be 5 more herbs that you can give your dogs and what they're good for. Not only that, tomorrow we're going to go ahead and talk about 5 herbs you can give your cats. So, with that being said, let's start with the very first herb. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is licorice root. Now, licorice root is known to coat the gastrointestinal tract, so it helps relieve gas and bloating. It can also help with gastritis and ulcers. So if your dog gets ulcers, it helps to relieve the pain and discomfort that comes with that. And it's also known to really help with respiratory issues. This is a great lung herb, so if your dog gets coffee, has that cough that just won't go away, this isn't a bad herb to give them. You can find it online in various places. Usually it's sold as licorice root whole or 3 to 6 inch roots. You can also find licorice root cut and sifted licorice root powder. You go ahead and make it into a tea. If you have the powder, you can make them into capsules. And this could really help potentially make the dog's life a little bit easier. So the next one we're going to talk about is one of my favorite herbs anyway. This is called echinacea. It boosts immune function. This is not an immunomodulator, it is an immune booster. So it will help boost the actual immune response. It's also known to be antimicrobial, so it can help fight off a bacteria or a virus. So if your dog gets some sort of bacterial or viral infection, in theory, you can give them the echinacea. It'll not only help boost the dog's immune function, so it'll increase T cells, white blood cells, killer cells. It'll increase the production of all of those throughout the dog's entire body, to help fight off whatever issues causing problems. Next up is going to be stinging nettle. Stinging nettle is extremely nutrient dense. If you can find stinging nettle capsules, that would be about the best option. You could give them to that. It would almost be like a multivitamin. Not only that, but it helps to modulate immune function. So it can lower mast cell and histamine response. If your dog gets allergies, seasonal allergies, dogs do get that. This can help relieve a lot of those symptoms. Not to mention the fact that this is a great kidney herb. It can help flush out the dog's system while simultaneously boosting kidney function. Another good calming and relaxing herb that you can give your dog is, of course, valerian root. Now, it smells like dirty socks, and you don't want to give it to them all the time, but this can help with anxiety. If your dog gets anxiety through social situations or anxiety due to loud noises, this can help relax a lot of that. If your dog has a lot of problems sleeping or it gets a little bit too active at night, you can give them the valerian root, which will help relax them. It's a really good herb, but you don't want to use it every single day. So valerian root, you would maybe do 7 days on, 7 days off. That's the way I typically do it if I'm using it for myself. But you might want to do your own research just to see what's right for you and your dog. So we're going to go ahead and cover the last herb, which just happens to be my favorite herb of all time. But after that, I'm going to give you a compound. It's essentially a compound that you can give your pets if there's an emergency. So you have to stay tuned to the end of this last part. So the last herb we're going to talk about is milk thistle seed. Now, typically speaking, it's best to get milk thistle seed in extract form, but if you can't do that, capsules will be fine enough for this. Now, it'll help boost liver function, and it'll improve overall detoxification process from your dog. So it'll actually be able to detoxify and help boost the liver function in case they get into something that maybe they shouldn't have. So the last thing we're going to talk about is something that you can still give your dogs. It's a compound. It's not really an herb, but this is something you can give your dogs if they get into something that they shouldn't have. So if they drink something they shouldn't have or eat something that they shouldn't have, you can give them some activated charcoal. It works just as well on dogs as it does for people. And along similar lines as milk thistle seed, activated charcoal, and then milk thistle seed in conjunction can help maybe pull toxins out of the digestive system while simultaneously improving liver function. Obviously, you'd still want to make sure to get your animal to a veterinarian as soon as possible, but in the meantime, this would be a good means to kind of help maybe get them by until you get there. Now, if you thought this little series was good, let me know in the comments. If it's something you'd like to see me do some more on, maybe individual herbs for specific pets, let me know in the comments. And if you have a weird pet you'd like to know about, let me know.